Hello and welcome back to another build. Today's build is a modern single person home. It's not a starter home, it costs a lot more than that. But I wanted to play around with having different levels of not different levels and foundations, but an outdoor pool and having an indoor area of your foundation that goes down a bit more. So I decided I would try doing a bit of a different house. And for some reason, despite the size of the house and how large it was, I really struggled with furnishing this house, which is unlike me. And I wasn't going to put this house up on YouTube because I didn't like the way it turned out in the end. But I decided that I wanted to embrace the things I don't always like in life and decided that I would put it up on here even though I'm not as big of a fan of it. So here I am just putting in 3 different levels of the house to kind of make it look a bit more modern and a bit cute. And I don't end up going with that. I end up adding on an extra room and then putting in a single bit of walling, which again this will change a little bit later on. So here I am putting in a veranda typed outdoor area, and this will be a little grass top there, as well as another grass piece just here on this front place. I've been really into the grass roofing on houses. I think it looks really good. So I have been really trying to explore the modern style, and I've got a few modern starter homes up on the gallery, but I've recently seen some other really amazing starter homes that some really amazing modern houses that some simmers have come up with. And I want to try a little bit more to make some more modern houses, because I do think it would be really nice to actually have to be able to do some styles a little bit more. So I don't always want to be doing the same thing. I want to be getting used to doing different styles and different things. So for instance, I went back to kind of my normal habit of wanting to make everything have beams underneath them, and I ended up changing the front a lot from what I had originally. This is, I'm pretty sure, what I end up keeping the front as. And I do end up extending it out and adding a swimming pool, so there I am adding some beams. There are so many really good modern houses out there, such as today Deligracy streamed the most amazing modern house I've ever seen. I thought it was absolutely incredible that she managed to actually build that. So here I am making a little glass house area, and it's going to be the dining room, and it's going to have a nice cozy flower ring around the edge of it. So I'm just building away, trying to get things working, and I've been really surprised with myself how much I've fallen in love with YouTubing. I was really nervous the first time I ever thought about YouTubing, and it took me 4 days to actually record my first video and then put it up on YouTube. I was just so nervous about putting myself out there. And after I started it, even though I'm only 12 days into YouTubing, I absolutely love it. And I don't think I'm really going to stop YouTubing for a while. I don't really do anything differently since I started YouTubing. I mean, I always have talked to myself. Not like this, but with Let's Plays when you talk to yourself while playing. I do that normally. I often talk while playing the game. And I've had a little bit of trouble at the moment. I'm staying with my parents because I'm a university student and we're on a break at the moment. It's the summer holidays, so I'm don't have uni until February. And so I've just been staying with my parents, and I'm about to go back to my new flat that I'll be living in next year. And I'll be able to record a lot easier, and there'll be less background noise, and I'll have a nice desk and stuff. So I'm really excited for kind of what the new changes in the new house will bring for my builds and stuff. I don't have the flashless equipment or anything like that. I mean, I've only created like 10 videos, so I haven't got out and spent thousands of dollars trying to make this work. I just did this as a hobby and I really love it and I really want to continue with it. So I'm really glad that a lot of you guys are liking my videos, and I do hope to get my name out there a little bit more and get more people interested, because I really do want people to enjoy my Let's Plays and videos. I've been a little bit addicted to House Rules, which has finally come to New Zealand. It's an Australian show where individuals do up groups of individuals, so they're, teams of two, get rooms in each other's houses, and they've got to do up the whole house week by week. Not the best explanation of it, but I'm absolutely addicted to that house, and I've been thinking about doing my own similar kind of version of that show here on my channel. And so, I mean, if you do watch the show and you want me to do it, just let me know in the description down below. And I think it would be a really exciting and hilarious build to do and come up with. So I hope you guys do look forward to it and do want to try it out and see how it goes. So here I am looking into that whole downstep living room area that's going to go down into a little groove. It's more of a sitting area where you would invite your friends and stuff. This was, I think, one of the longest builds I've ever done. I'm a very quick builder. I can build starter homes in 10 to 15 minutes without much of a problem, and some of the starter homes are the most popular things up on the gallery. So that made me really happy about that. And I do enjoy doing them. So when I first started making YouTube videos, I was really surprised and it was very hard to make videos longer than 5 or 10 minutes, because by the time you speed them up and you're not doing them at a normal pace anymore, the videos were like 2 to 3 minutes long. So it was really fun doing this build. This build took a lot longer. I think I ended up building for like an hour and 20 minutes on this house, and I did get a little bit bored of building this house. So at the moment I am working on the furnishings in this place, and I wanted to go with very different sort of styling. So here we are putting in just a little hallway entrance area. And to the left we've got the dining room. To the right we've got what's going to be a movie area with the TV and the couch. And then down those little stairs is sort of where you'd entertain your guests. Like the sitting room. And we're just putting in the kitchen at the moment. And I wanted a bit of a larger kitchen. I wanted something that, you could really have people over and entertain. It was a little bit larger and not simple styled and the same as I would normally go for. So I'm just adding in, what is it called? Adding in I do not remember what it was called, but I'm adding one of those circle things there that are pretty popular, and going to have a couple of chairs around it, adding in some nice cabinets, and we're just adding in a couple of little details to really kind of bring a little bit more home feeling to this house, but still keeping it within that modern theme. These people don't have kids, so there's no need for it to be cluttered or anything. It's all simple, all stylish, and just the way they want it. So I really liked those lights from Parenthood. I haven't used them as often as I normally would, but I did really like. Now the furnishings down here in this little entrance room where you kind of entertain and talk to people. Just adding in a couple of plants just along the side. I do believe I end up changing. I don't stick with, I add in these little flowers overhead. Are these trees that came with patio stuff, which ended up looking really cute. It looked like they were coming out of those little pot plants down below, which I thought was really nice. And adding in some more of those fabulous Parenthood lights that I've been using throughout the entire build. Now I continued here by adding in a nice little fence that goes all the way around. And the stairs going downwards, and we're just going to add in a couple more pots and flowers from around here to bring this little garden to life. So some of those new pets ornaments going in there, you know, some nice little fancy, more casual furniture that you would entertain with. So this is where you would bring your guests and you'd all sit around and laugh and joke and talk. I'm just about to add in a centerpiece and the rest of the living room and work on the bathroom. At the moment, I will admit that I've completely forgotten about the upstairs area and don't have stairs in this place yet. So I don't remember where I add the stairs or what I do with that, but I'm just adding in the giant movie theatre area at the moment with a couple of chairs around. So, you know, for your guests, you'd sit around in that little living room down the bottom and talk, but as far as the family goes, you'd definitely be more up here in front of the TV with the PlayStation and all of that. So we've got another little kind of chair off to the side, and here we've got a mini sort of library area that's going to have a couple of chairs around it. I love those little footstool cat and dog chairs that they've got there as well. I think they look really cute. And I quite like putting chairs as if they are footstools. You know, you can just put your feet up and relax. And finally, we're just working on the bathroom downstairs. Added in one of those nice corner hot tubs that I love to use. A nice sink and a toilet. And we just leave it there, quite simple and easy, and throw a rug in there. Now, at some point, I do realise I've completely forgotten stairs. And I think I end up trying to style the stairs. Yeah, I end up trying to style the stairs a little bit more to kind of look like they're supposed to be in the middle of the room and a little bit more open and stuff. And I do end up leaving the stairs just there, kind of popping up into that hallway area between our study and our grand master bedroom. The master bedroom in this house is massive. It's very, very big, and I think it's a very hard space to use with it being that size. I end up going with a minimalistic style of the room, really embracing the long and large open areas, and I don't overcrowd it with stuff. I just leave it quite simple and light, and I don't try and overfill it and make every single space full. I do leave it with the bare essentials that an individual might have, and with the size of their house, they don't really need anything a lot bigger than this. So, furnishings in this room did take me a little while. I wanted a corner seat, but I don't think I ended up going with a corner seat, because the only corner seats in the game are the ones that came with dine-out, and they aren't the nicest. So I end up going with a very contrasting painting on the wall. So the room has very soft white colours, a little bit of a Nordic style going on in there. And the painting on the wall is quite harsh, and I thought it just added a little pop of colour that this room might need, even though it doesn't really fit with the Nordic style. So I blew that rug up to kind of walk down the middle, and then I added a little splash of purple in there as well, with that purple end couch that I've got there. And here we are working on the very grand and massive bedroom, and I saw in a design from another simmer putting that seat on the edge of the counter the way I've done it there, and thought it was a really cute idea. So I gave it a go myself, putting it on the edge there, and I really liked the way it ended up looking. So we're moving here into the study, and I used those big desks that came with, I do not remember the name of it, but I know it came with a lot of mint green stuff, and I loved it. And we blew off another rug in here. I do love the being able to blow up objects and make them larger. And we're just going to put a little bit of outdoor patio stuff, but again, we'll keep the furnishings in this house quite minimal. I mean, it's a very large house, and to furnish the whole thing a lot would make the place look overcluttered, and it is supposed to look modern and a little bit more fancy, a bit like a show home, you know, that sort of design and stuff. So we're just going to add in a couple of counters along the fence here, and make it look a little bit like a barbecue area. You know, like they entertain guests out here. And I really like those cute chairs that get added in as well. So I really hope that you liked the video, and we're just going to finish up by adding a couple of shrubs and trees around this backyard. If you like my video, feel free to like it, and if you want to see more from me, subscribe to my channel. And leave a comment down below about what you think about this modern build and if you want to see more builds like this or not. Bye!